What's going on, guys? Back at you guys with another presentation. I saw something, you guys, on Instagram yesterday. It was a guy doing something very nice for his young lady. He surprised her for her 24th birthday, had the rose petals down, had the balloons, had the champagne, and everything. And you know what? This young lady was very ungrateful. She was not grateful of what the guy did for her. And this is so sad, guys. I mean, when you got a man doing something for you that's nice like this, and you're just so ungrateful. I couldn't believe it when I saw it. Had the candles and had everything set up very romantic and nice for this young lady. But that wasn't good enough. You know, the woman goes viral after her boyfriend surprises her for her birthday and she doesn't like it. That's crazy. These women nowadays, guys, like I tell you, I'm going to let you guys listen to my song called False Sense of Entitlement. I might just play that in a few minutes, False Sense of Entitlement. And that's going to explain a lot, guys. This woman, stuff like this goes to show you it doesn't matter what you do for a woman. It doesn't matter how nice you are to a woman. Women nowadays have a false sense of entitlement. It's a different breed of women nowadays. If a woman see you don't have a certain amount of money, if you can't afford certain things, they don't want nothing to do with you. And it's sad how women in the old days was willing to work with a man. This is why men, I believe, in the older days was able to get a wife, because a woman was willing to work with you. Even if you wasn't in the best position, they was able to work with you so y'all could build the empire together. But these women nowadays, they not about working with you to build no empire. They about taking and sucking the life out of you. And, you know, I was just thinking to myself, what if I bought a woman a bottle of Rosé Armand de Brignac for a birthday and gave her a Hermes bag and took her to Ruth Chris? That probably wouldn't be enough for her, because these women nowadays, they're very, very hard to please, guys. Very, very hard to please. Just like women are very hard to please physically. When it comes to a man that a woman is attracted to, it's very hard to please a woman physically. Because there's a study that says women find most men to be ugly. Most men, women find them to be unattractive. So that just goes to show that it's very hard to please these women physically as well. I couldn't believe that this man did all this nice stuff for this woman and she was so ungrateful. These women, you know, they want a rap lifestyle. That's what these women want. You know, they want a man that can give them the world. You know, they want a man that got it all. You know, automotive technician salary making 50 or 70K a year, 85K a year. The BMW technicians make 80-some K a year. That's not enough for a woman, and that's a decent salary, but that's not enough for these women. These women have a false sense of entitlement for real, because when she was complaining that the candles were cheap. She was complaining that the rose petals weren't real rose petals. Who cares if they're not real rose petals? It's the thought that count. I started giving my grandmother, both of my mom's mom and my dad's mother, I started giving them cheap gifts, because it's the thought that counts. You don't have to go buy a $400 and some candle from Nordstrom to show that you appreciate someone. A $400 and some candle from Nordstrom, a Joe Malone candle, to show that you love somebody. You go to Target or Walmart. You know, you don't have to buy expensive gifts, and that's what I had to learn myself. You don't have to buy expensive things for a person to show your appreciation. And you don't even have to buy expensive things to look nice. I done started back just getting clothes from Shein, getting clothes from the thrift store, Target, and Walmart. I got a nice little rain jacket out of Walmart. You don't have to be designer. You really don't. And that's what I'm getting in my head. Like, you don't have to be Ralph Lauren Purple Label. Even though, I wish I could find me a nice suede jacket. Suede is elegant because I tried on a green suede jacket from Ralph Lauren Purple Label when I was in Bloomingdale's. Jacket was very nice, but it was not cheap. But if I could find a nice suede jacket, it ain't got to be Ralph Lauren Purple Label, but just that style, it would be nice. Just to get the look. It ain't got to be Ralph Lauren because you're paying for that name, Ralph Lauren Purple Label. But as I was saying, these women, guys, have a false sense of entitlement. A lot of these women feel that a man owed them something. And a man don't owe you nothing. A man don't owe you nothing. But these women, you can't even, just regular stuff is not enough to please the average woman nowadays. That's the sad part. Just regular things, that's just not enough to please the average woman. It's not, guys. You gotta, they want a dude that really got that bag. I mean, it's crazy. But that's women for you guys. These women are very superficial, guys. And these women are all about what they can gain from a man. And they're very ungrateful because when I saw this video on Instagram, it just goes to show how ungrateful women are today. They just want a man to give them the world. They want a man to just give them the world on a silver platter. It's sad, guys. It is so, so sad how these women are nowadays, how superficial these women are. I mean, he even told a girl that he was going to take her out to a nice steakhouse. I guess that wasn't enough. These women, man, I tell you guys, it's hard to please the average woman nowadays. If you're not close to millionaire status, they're not impressed. They're just not impressed. When you got a woman that's not impressed, you got some women, you could buy them a Chanel bag and take them to Houston's for a dinner date, and that's not enough. That's not impressive to them. That just go to show you the nature of these women and how superficial these women are nowadays. But you guys leave your thoughts on this story. Stories like this just prove that you can't please the average woman nowadays. If you're not close to millionaire status, you're not pleasing the average woman nowadays. It's sad, but it's the truth, guys. It is the truth. You see what social media, you see what rap music has done to these women. These women have a false sense of entitlement that's just sad. It's very, very sad, the false sense of entitlement that these women have. I mean, a man going out of his way to do something nice for you, show his appreciation for your birthday, and you don't even appreciate it. You can't satisfy these women. I guess you got to have Jay-Z's salary to satisfy the average woman nowadays. But you guys make sure you comment, rate, subscribe. Let me know what you think about this story. Just sad, And women in this generation are extremely materialistic. I don't believe women was always this materialistic. These women, they listening to that Sweetie song, 7-figure, 8-figure, that's my type. That's what they want, It's like no matter what you do nowadays, it's just never enough for these women. But you guys, let me know what you think. It's unfortunate, and it's like if a bottle of Armand de Brignac Rosé, that's a $549 bottle of Rosé. I priced it in the package store. If that, a Ruth Chris dinner and a Hermes bag is not enough to satisfy a woman, you just can't please these women. That's why it's like, might as well just try to stop pleasing these women, because anything, no matter what you do, it's never enough. But you guys have a good evening. Happy Saturday.